Okay, today is day 4 of the first week of the Deadlift Queen macro cycle, the final day. Today the primary exercise, the primary movement is deadlift, competition style deadlift. So I am doing the sumo deadlift, hoping my hip is prepared and has recovered from crunching it a little bit yesterday. While I was doing front squats. I've done a lot of icing and some gentle walking, and it is not terrible, but it feels a little iffy. So I will just have to start warming up and see how it goes. But to begin with today, I have a upper body superset. So let's get started. Okay, face pull and pull down superset to begin with. I really need a band that is in between this thickness and the next thickness that I have, because this feels too light. But when I do the next size up, my shoulders do a lot of cracking noises that seem ominous. So I'll just do a lot of reps with this band. I think they only have like 8 reps or something like that programmed, which is weird to me. This seems like a movement that you want to do high reps anyhow. I totally have no idea what number I'm at. This always feels so good on the shoulders. For me anyhow. Warms up my shoulders really nicely. Gets all the crunchiness out. Okay, I can go a little heavier on those for the next set. I'm still trying to do high reps on these. This is much higher rep than what I have programmed, but that's just something I decided I wanted to try for a while, is high rep back work. But I can go a little heavier. Still trying to cue myself to pull with my elbows back and down. Helps me feel a lot better squeeze. Okay, final superset before deadlifts. Forearms are burning. I've got 155 on the bar. The app is programming 165 for me, but you know, that was kind of an estimate based on just the kind of playing around and testing I was doing last week on my deadlift. I'm still pretty sore from pause deadlifts earlier this week, and I just want to be really cautious. So I think I'm going to stick with this weight, 155, or maybe even less. Honestly, warming up didn't feel super great. And I'm going to reduce the training max in the app so it doesn't keep programming higher weights than I actually should be doing. I need to do that on my squat too. I just remembered I did not change it after my squat day. Okay. I need to do a lot of work on the mental side of deadlifting and squatting. It feels so intimidating. Okay, that felt challenging, a little painful on the hamstring, but not super painful. So I think I'll stick with this weight for the next set. I'm trying to focus on bracing my core really well and really bringing my hips into the bar as I'm pulling. I feel like I've really forgotten how to deadlift off the ground. Okay, had some hip pinching on that one. That's what I'm worried about more than the hamstring, is setting my hip back because it was a worse injury. So I'm gonna drop the weight a little bit. I have one final set. It's supposed to be an AMRAP. I'm not gonna do more than 5. And I'll probably drop the weight to 145. I guess, something like that. Okay, please don't hurt. This is 145. Okay, a little bit of pinching in the hip at the bottom, a little bit of aching in the hamstring throughout. I just don't know what is the correct thing to do to not injure myself again. That's really what I'm worried about. But also, I need to progress. Definitely lowering my training max in the app. This 145 did feel better than 155, and I was able to keep it smooth and controlled. I do find myself kind of rushing to just get it over with before it starts hurting or before it hurts worse, which I don't want to do. I'm trying to really focus on keeping my pace even and controlled, even when it starts hurting, so I don't hurt myself more by rushing through the pain. All right, we've got a massively long superset now. 5 sets of dumbbell overhead press and Romanian deadlifts. Okay, I'm gonna do these Romanian deadlifts against the door here to help cue me to push my butt back. Going super light, of course, still trying to focus on my right hammy, because that's the weak one that's been injured for so long. I thought about doing this like B stance or a single leg, which I probably should be doing, but the thought of adding even more time to 5 sets of this. I'm not willing to do that today. I'm already kind of moving slow today. Alright, I did one set off camera. So this is my third set now. And the hamstring is feeling really achy. Trying to shorten my range of motion even more. Final set. Shoulders feeling good. All right, very wimpy range of motion again. The Romanian deadlifts definitely are an agitator for my hamstring. But what's funny is it's actually recommended a lot for rehab on the YouTube videos that I've seen. Guess that's why you can't believe everything on the internet. I'm sure it's case by case. And in my case, it really annoys my hamstring. But I do wonder if I just need to push through it at some stage. My dad, who is a chiropractor, says no, I shouldn't be just trying to push through it. I listened to him for a few months, and now I'm tired of not deadlifting. So here we are, bringing that hamstring pain right back up again. Okay, I've got a giant set to finish off. Skull crushers, Bulgarian split squats, and shrugs. Decided to do dumbbell skull crushers just to switch it up. I've done the easy bar for a while. I think I might have chosen too light of a weight though. Kind of felt good to do super high reps though. All right, Bulgarian split squats. The first time I did them, I did body weight only. So now we're adding 10 pounds. Taking these very easy. Trying to focus on my glutes and not getting my hip in a weird position and pinching it. So much easier on this leg. Alright, I'm going to stick with this weight for the split squats. That felt pretty good. Still got a good burn. And I had a challenging time getting my right glute to squeeze as usual, so I don't want to go up in weight yet. All right, the programmed shrugs were seated, but that doesn't work for me with my struggle to get a good squeeze. For some reason, seated just doesn't work. I've been doing cable for a while and I really like those, but I do feel like I need to switch it up now. A little heavier on the skull crushers this time. That made a big difference. This takes so much focus. The good news is it's not causing any hip or hamstring pain. Just having a hard time getting that right glute to work. last set. Oof, those got hard fast. Now for the easy leg. Gotta remind myself not to rush through it, even though it is easy on this side. I don't know if I like doing those dumbbell shrugs or not. I didn't feel a squeeze. I didn't feel as good of a squeeze as I do when I do the cable shrugs. I really need to rig up a mirror opposite of this mirror somehow so that I can see my back while I'm shrugging. I think that would help me a lot. As I have learned, I don't really know how to flex my traps properly when I want them to flex. So if I could see them while I'm lifting, that would help a lot. Let's see. Today was a pretty good lift. I definitely need to be careful with my deadlifts, any form of deadlifts, really, and not push it too far. I've got to look at my app after I get done and change my training max for my squat and my deadlift, so it's not telling me I should be able to do more, because I'm gonna try to hit what it says I should be hitting, and I don't want to rush things and hurt myself. The garage gym competition is about to begin. I do want to enter. I can now enter a barbell back squat and a deadlift off the floor, which is not required, but I felt like I wanted to be able to do that, at least if I was going to enter. However, I don't think it's a good idea at all for me to try an actual 1 rep max attempt for that competition. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because it feels wrong to enter and like not really try hard on a lift, you know? They don't require you to submit an actual like max attempt, but it feels wrong because you can win prizes. It's a drawing, and to kind of half-ass it, and then if I won a prize, I would feel bad. But also I want to keep up my streak. I think I'm almost at 5 years of entering the competition every year. So I don't want to lose my streak, I guess. But I don't need to decide that yet today. It's coming up. I'll figure something out when we get there. Until then, I'm gonna try to continue getting more comfortable in the squat and deadlift without hurting anything. I think that's all for me. Time to go have supper.